Hi everyone, welcome to today's spelling and handwriting lesson. In today's lesson, we're going to be looking at some different strategies that we could use to help us to practice and remember our spellings. As always though, before we get started, can you please make sure that you've got yourself a pencil and a piece of paper ready for our learning today. Now, let's take a look at the Spelling Show leaderboard. I've looked at the different classes in Year 5 today, and I wonder which class is going to be the lead. Has it changed? Let's go and find out. And here it is, the top class leaderboard for Year 5. In first place, there's still 5p. Well done, 5p. We can't seem to knock you off the top spot. You have an enormous score of 88,015,922. That's amazing. Well done. You're obviously all working as a French family to gain more points and earn that top place. There has also been a dramatic change in 5E's score, so well done 5E, you're in second place with a score of 61,874,048. Well done. In third place we have 5T, with a score of 31,528,049. And in fourth place we have 5W, with a score of 19,724,734. Well done everyone. Keep up the hard work and make sure you keep practicing your spellings on Spelling Shed. Our first activity this morning, Year 5, is to have a look at this. Liam has had a go at his spelling words before his test tomorrow, but, well, he's made a few mistakes, he thinks. Can you mark his spellings and give him a score out of 9, correcting any words he may have spelled incorrectly? Remember, red, green and blue group spellers, to think really carefully about the learning objective we're looking at this week, which is the suffix able. See if you can notice anything he's not followed with our rule from this week. For the extra spicy chilli, could you write any top tips or rules which would help Liam to remember his spellings for tomorrow? So red, green and blue group, I'd like you to pause the video here and have a go at this activity. Purple and yellow group, I'm going to show you yours now, yours on the next slide. So, purple and yellow group, Liam's had a go at your spelling words too. But again, he thinks he's made a few mistakes. Can you mark his spellings and give him a score out of 5, correcting any words that he might have spelt incorrectly? Again, think really carefully about the rule that we're looking at this week. We're thinking about the suffix ed. Has he followed our rule? Or can you see any mistakes that he may have made? Can you also write any top tips or rules which will help Liam remember his spellings for tomorrow for your extra spicy chilli? Pause the video now, but join me back here afterwards to go through our answers. Okay, how'd you get on? Let's go through blue, red and green group spellings first. So, here are the marks. Liam got noticeable, replaceable, irreplaceable and salvageable correct. So he got 4 spellings correct out of 9. The change that you should have made in changeable was that he put a J, even though it sounds like a J sound, the change, it's actually a GE that makes the sound. So that was the mistake he made there. In agreeable, he dropped one of the E's rather than keeping both of them. In manageable, he also dropped the E, whereas when it makes that J sound, we keep the E and add able. In knowledgeable, he forgot the K, that silent letter that we looked at last week. And in rechargeable, he also forgot the E. He dropped it and just added able, whereas he should have kept the E instead. Yellow and purple group, let's have a look at yours. So, he got spied, applied and supplied correct. Well done, Liam. That was 3 out of 5. But he made some mistakes in these 2 words. In copied, he just added the suffix ed, when he should have dropped the Y and added an I, then ed. In relied, he dropped the Y and didn't add the I. He took the Y off and added ed straight away. I hope you helped him out with those. Okay, so let's remind ourselves of our rule for this week. Red, green and blue group spellers, this is your rule. So you're investigating the suffix able this week. When adding able to root words that end with a CE, so that makes an S sound, so like notice, that S sound at the end, or GE, which is a J sound, so in the word change, it's that J at the end of the word. The E remains, so it stays there, to avoid the soft sound becoming a hard sound. This is unlike any usual rules we would normally follow, as we would remove the E before adding the actual suffix. So normally we would take away the E and add able, but because change makes that J sound, we keep the E and add able. The same in notice, because it's got the CE, it makes that S sound, notice, we would keep the E and add able. Adding the suffix able changes the root word from a noun or a verb into an adjective. Okay, yellow and purple group spellers, this is your rule for this week. Let's remind ourselves. We're investigating the suffix ed. So when adding ed to the end of a word which ends in a y, then we follow this rule. We have the root word, so copy. We take away the y, we change it to an I, and then add ed. So copy becomes copied. You can see I've taken off the y, added an I, and then ed. Adding the suffix ed changes the root word to the past tense, so something we've done previously. So I might copy my spellings now, as in today, but yesterday I copied my spellings. It's in the past, something that's already happened. Now is an opportunity, if you haven't already, for all the different spelling groups to pause the video here and copy your spellings down. You're going to need them for the activity you're going to do in just a moment. So pause the video here, Year 5, and copy your spellings down if you haven't already. If you have already copied your spellings down, that's brilliant, well done. You can just take a moment to read through the spellings and say them out loud. Okay, how do we get on? You'll have noticed that in red, green and blue group you should all have changeable, noticeable, agreeable, manageable and replaceable. In green and blue group you'll then have knowledgeable and rechargeable, and in blue group you'll then have irreplaceable and salvageable. In purple and yellow group you'll have copied, spied, relied, applied and supplied. Now that you've got all your spellings copied down, it's time for your first spelling activity for today. So this spelling activity is called Spelling Scrabble, and this is for all groups. So purple, yellow, red, green and blue, all of you are going to do this activity. In the game of Scrabble, letters are given a score. Each score is written on the letter tiles below. So you'll notice next to each letter of the alphabet there is a score. So we've got A has got 1, B has got 3, C has got 3, D is worth 2. So what I'd like to do is to find the Scrabble score for each of your spelling words. So look at each letter in your spelling words. Each of the letters will have a score. Add the total score up and you will find the score for that word. I'm going to show you an example. For the extra spicy chilli, what I'd like you to do is to put your words in order from the highest scoring word to the lowest. So once you've figured out the score for each of your spelling words, can you order them from highest to lowest? Pause the video here, Year 5, it's your turn. Okay, let's have a look at our next activity. For your next activity today, just like we do at school, I'd like to have a go at spelling scribble. So this is where you will draw a nice scribble on your page, lots of different shapes, like the picture on the screen here, how it's got a squiggly line going all the way around. It's one continuous line that overlaps each other. And then in each of the sections, I have used a different colour pen to write the spelling word that we've got. Pause the video now and give that one a go, Year 5. Welcome back. Did you enjoy that? Fantastic. I know how much you loved doing that when we were at school. That's the end of our spelling part of this video. Let's go and have a look at our handwriting one for today. It's a video that I found on YouTube. Let's go and take a look. How did you find that handwriting one today, Year 5? Are your fingers all warmed up and ready to go for our super handwriting today? That's brilliant, well done. In our handwriting today, we're focusing on 2 letters. The last of our ladder letters, which is the Y, which is a descender, so it's going to sit below the line. and our zigzag monster letter X. Let's go and take a look at these letters in our handwriting today and see if they do or do not join. I wonder if they will. Let's go and find out. So I'm going to start with our Y now. So the Y sits between the two blue lines to begin with, and then there's a descender, so it's got the long tail that comes down to the bottom of the red line. Let's give that a go. So we start at the top of the blue line. We start off a bit like a U, like we did yesterday. When you hit the bottom blue line, you curve round. Then you come down, and rather than flicking, you go all the way down to the bottom of the red and curl round there. Let's try that once more. Top of the blue line, hit the bottom blue, curl, back up to the top blue. Follow the same line down and go all the way to the red line and curl when you hit it there. Let's try once more. Fantastic. It's your turn now. Can you have a go at your Y's, please, Year 5? Okay, the next letter we're going to do is an X. Now that sits between the two blue lines. Now X is a letter we don't join into or out of. So it's a letter we just need to make sure we form correctly. So all we're going to do is start at the top of the blue, diagonally across the bottom blue, take your pen or pencil off, and then do the opposite. So top of the blue again, this time the opposite direction to the bottom blue. Let's try that again. And once more. Fantastic. Can you give your X a go, please, Year 5? Okay, now we've practiced those letters, let's try them in two different topic words today. We're going to have a go at doing solar system and gravity. So technically it's three words that we're actually writing, but solar system is the name of something from our space topic, isn't it? Name of the solar system. So we're going to make sure we do those two words to practice our Y. So, solar, S-O-L, so I'll add a letter from earlier, A, and then a robot R, pen or pencil off. Separate word, system, S-Y, so we join into the Y but not out of, so we take our pen out now, and then we do another S, T from the other day, E, and then M, across the T. Can you have a go at doing solar system? Okay, to practice our X, I'm going to do the word galaxy. So, start with our G, all the way down to the bottom of the red, take it off, A, L, A. Next letter is X. I'm going to take my pen off. I'm going to do my X, take the pen off again, and then into our Y. Galaxy. Can you give that a go? Well done, Year 5. You've worked extremely hard in today's spelling and handwriting lesson. Just one final reminder, don't forget to log on to Spelling Shed to practice your spellings for this week, as our spelling test is tomorrow, Friday the 5th of February. And that brings in today's lesson. Thank you so much for joining me, Year 5. As always, please make sure you send any work into our Year 5 email address, as I'd love to see your efforts from today's lesson and other lessons during the week too. Have a lovely rest of your day, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.